Hey there everyone, my name is Shot from the guys who play games, and yeah, do I even need to say anything? We're back with more Pokemon Stadium 2 Master Cup. Woo! Let's see, yeah, well, Aerodactyl's cool, and we have another Electrode. Actually, wow! That's a really good team, just based on, which means they're gonna have crap moves. I mean, Ancient Powering Attack, that's good enough. Earthquake Nidoqueen, that's pretty good. Mega Horn, Heracross, and it has Reversal. Holy crap! Fire Punch, not dude. I imagine if that Electrode had self-destruct. Dude, what a team! Holy crap! This team's baller. This team's actually kind of nutty. This is even better than the other team. Like, and it's got like a good mix of physical and special. Man, I'm kind of hype. Okay, so let's see. So first. Trainer here likes flying types, kind of, so I guess Electrode's a good lead. I'll Typhlosion. And I guess, let's say, I'm gonna put, the one I'm most worried about would be like Vaporeon, would be kind of scary, so I'm a little reluctant to use Aerodactyl, but imagine we lose the first fight and we're just like, I lose this awesome team after I'm like, holy crap, you know. This is an insane team though. If only Electrode had self-destruct, but I guess we can't have it all, huh? Alright, yeah, we'll do Rain Dance, then we'll Thunder for days. Scyther! Cut Scyther. Yeah, this is another Pokemon that I'm surprised it's never learned Cut naturally. Oh yeah. Nothing more satisfying than like this kind of crap. That one rocked. Was that necessary? Probably. Scyther's not very I wouldn't exactly call it frail. Obviously it's not bulky, but like, you know. Yeah, there's Vaporeon. Such a shame that you're in the rain. Well, actually, I guess it's kind of scary you're in the rain, but I'm gonna Thunder you anyways. I always wondered if I should have Mirror Coated, but I don't see how Thunder wouldn't 2-hit in any situation anyways. And yeah, I can paralyze it. This is gonna hurt though. My Continue has not been vanquished though, that's good. The fact that Vaporeon is coming in is telling me that there's a good chance that whatever their last is probably not good against Electrode either. So it might be like, well, it's probably one of the flying types. Maybe it's Xatu? That's my guess. Xatu. Jan and Jane. Hey, look, it's Xatu. Could Xatu live? Here's the thing. If it lived, then I wouldn't get a Continue, and I kind of really want that Continue. I'm gonna make a call here and swap to Aerodactyl, because it's probably gonna be Psychic. And I honestly don't think... Well, Stab Thunder though, like, ugh. I'm banking on the fact that it probably wouldn't have killed, though. I don't know, maybe that's a mistake, but Aerodactyl is definitely faster, too. My team's full of really fast Pokemon, like Aerodactyl and Electrode, like, yeah. Well, if the Ancient Power almost KO'd it, I should have Thundered, maybe. But it's fine, because we're living. Let's just hope the Xatu doesn't have Quick Claw, Bright Powder, Focus Bandit. There's a lot of stupid items. Oh, I always love that. Wing Attack. Didn't think about that, huh? You know what's funny? I just thought of this because I saw the animation it used. I don't remember what the video is even called, but I saw a video where a guy was basically talking about animations in Stadium 1 and 2. And they brought up, you know, the infamous thing where, like, if you port an Earthquake Aerodactyl over to Stadium 1, right, it uses that attack animation we just saw from Wing Attack, where it kind of spins around. That looks really goofy. And they used it as, I don't even remember what it was now. It was like, it's proof that, I don't even remember what it was now. I remember him saying something, and I was like, no, that's not true. But my point was, I guess the point I would have made is that, of course, even though it looks goofy. Oh, I remember. He was like, why wouldn't it? Wasn't it something? Was that what it was? It was something dumb like, why would it even have an animation? Like, and it's like, dude, Mimic is a TM in Gen 1. Literally, almost every Pokemon can learn that, so they can mimic almost every move. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they can't just Mimic and Metronome are both TMs, in fact. And I mean, a lot of stuff gets well, I say a lot of stuff, like a couple of things get mirror move. Yeah, I'm definitely Feralligatoring it up here. Although Nidoqueen might not be bad either. And Cursed. It's funny because it's like, you look at it, it's like Fire Punch, like Smoke. Well, Smoke Screen's not bad, but then Curse is like almost useless for it because it has no physical moves. But it's like, it doesn't matter. Fire Punch and Thunder Punch are awesome. Dude, the Electrode has Bright Powder. I didn't even look. What other items? Like King's Rock's not bad. All of his moves can flinch, I'm pretty sure. Quick Claw, Heracross is pretty sweet. Soft Sand, not terrible. Heartstone, also not bad. Like, these are good items. Like, the Mystery Berry is probably the least useful one here, just because I don't think Typhlosion's really worried about running in a PP. I mean, I have Steel Wing. I guess of these two Pokemon, the one that's least screwed would probably be Aerodactyl, so I guess whatever. We got Wing Attack. Brah. I always loved Feraligator's like wicked hunchback it has in a lot of the games. But look at this lad. He is one crocky boy. Dude, that did nothing, man. Feraligator's, I think, really like underrated for what it is. Like, even though it's a physical water type, it's still really good somehow. Just because, like, it has really solid bulk. And I mean, you know, it doesn't hurt that it got Dragon Dance in Gen 4 as an egg move, which is pretty baller. Ooh, I love that quote. It jacked up a couple of stats at once. Can you imagine if Ancient Power raised Evasion? Dude, like, I just thought of that. Like, can you imagine if that was the thing? Imagine sending someone Ancient Power into dodging a move, and you're just like, well, that's like that would be such a GG. Donphan. I love Donphan's like tread aesthetic, where it's like a tire. It really works with Rollout being a move in Gen 2. KO'd by one hit. What? That's ridiculous. Yeah, to be fair, I agree, Mr. Schoolkid. I didn't see what your name was. Oof. I feel bad for it. I mean, unless it's like Fissure Rhydon with Quick Claw, then I don't feel bad. You know, remember that from freaking Battle Tower? Remember those shenanigans? You know, that's a kind of a funny topic to even bring up. Like, a lot of people think that like stuff like that, like Battle Tower, like cheats. And I mean, I think that to a certain extent they kind of do. Well, mainly the thing is, I think in later gens, instead of like, they don't really predict anymore, they just kind of know what moves you have. So they can kind of cheat. Like, I know like in Gen 2, they actually have a thing where they specifically are set up to not know what moves you have. So like, that's why they might switch if like, you know, like you're a water type on a ground type or something, they'll switch. They might switch, although even then that's pretty rare. But like they won't even know what moves you have until you use them, basically, which is a thing that's like actually really interesting. I know there's a really good paste bin where it basically does like a full in-depth of exactly how AI in Gen 2 works, which is really cool to read. Because as you can imagine, after Gen 1, where they basically put as little effort into it as possible, they really revamped it for Gen 2. Mainly because of like, probably actually mainly because, well, first of all, because there's a lot of cool moves in Gen 2 they added. A lot of cool move combos like Toxic Mean Look, which I say cool move combo, but they actually, it's one of the few like AI bugs that they'll mean look if they're toxic, not if you're toxic, which is funny. I guess we'll lead Electro with Typhlosion in the back. And I guess actually Aerodactyl again. Just because for Typhlosion and Jinx. But like in later gens they do, I'm pretty sure they do just kind of know exactly what moves you have without having to see them. But that's technically that's not even really related, because like people will say they're cheating with stuff like Quick Claw, Horn Drill, Rhydon, and it's like, I mean, I don't even know what the term technically is, but it's like, oh, what should I even do here? Should I Rain Dance? I think I'm just, ooh. You know what? Oh, what if this is Typhlosion can learn Earthquake in this game? I forgot. That might actually be... This might actually be a nutty Typhlosion, right? It could be like something stupid like Fire Blast, Earthquake. And it's like either way, like... Typhlosion's actually really scary. Like, you wouldn't think it just from the way it looks, but it has a really good move pool for being, you know, a freaking, like, Fire Echidna Weasel thing. I'm gonna go Aerodactyl. Because, like, Rain Dance, or like Mirror Coat or something would be nice, but there's a very good chance this thing would have Earthquake. The Master Ball Cup? What was I talking about again? It's Fire Punch. That's fine. As long as this doesn't burn. It didn't burn, so we're good. Right, the cheating. So, like, people talk about that like it's cheating, and it's like, well, technically, like, well, I shouldn't even say technically. It's more like, it's kind of just the odds, is a good way of putting it. Like, they'll throw stuff like that at you, and it's like, even though most of the time it won't work, eventually it's just gonna get lucky and blast your ass, and there's not really much you can do. Oh, wow. Cloyster kind of obliterates me, huh? That kind of sucks, actually. Do you think Typhlosion would live a Surf? Honestly, it probably would, just barely. Because Cloyster's special attack is not that great. It's like, but yeah, it's like, it's just the odds, you know. Like, they throw that crap at you, and it's like eventually, you know, 1 in 100 times it'll just work. They'll get a Quick Claw triple Horn Drill or something stupid, and it's like, well, fuck, you know. That actually didn't even do that much. Thunder Punch might even KO this mofo. You know, with you know how infamously low its special defense is. Yeah. It's sort of why you'll rarely ever see stuff like Confuse Ray and Attract at a serious like usage at like competitive, because like the thing with those things is that they're not terrible, but it's like eventually, you know, if you're playing competitive, like you're banking on these things working, you're gonna get matches where you lose because they just don't work at all. And that's kind of the fallacy of luck. That is why at, you know, competitive, at high level play, reliability and like consistency is always like the most important thing. Ouch. His last Pokemon is Typhlosion. See, here's the thing. Oh, well, you know what? This is almost certainly a special lapper, so I'm gonna Mirror Coat. Because, like, Rain Dancing is just a terrible idea when it's Hydro Pumping. As long as it's a 20% chance to miss. Nah, we're good. Actually, does this even KO? That does 2... No, it's gonna live. But I have Swift, so that's good.
That was good. It hung on by the skin of its teeth. Sparks are flying from both.
That is a really interesting topic, though. It's like how important consistency is for like stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, you know, like if it's one thing, you can kind of maybe just rely on it. But like if you're doing, you know, over and over again, eventually you're gonna get boned by bad luck. And that's like a weird thing to think about.
Pokemon is rejoining the battle. This is the last Pokemon.
I guess Rain Dance. I mean, it didn't Earthquake me the first time, so I mean, it'd be kind of weird if it did now.
There is a sudden downpour.
It'd be kind of funny if it did, actually, just to really shut me up.
The hit glanced right off.
Typhlosion gets Submission too, although Submission is actually a really appropriate move for it, because I think isn't the Japanese name is like Hell Wheel or something, which given it also learns Flame Wheel, and the idea is that it's like a spinning, like the animation suggests, right? It's like a spinning. I don't even remember what it's like. It's like based. It's like I think isn't it like a based on something? I don't remember. But it makes sense for Typhlosion to get it. It's like it spins around. Typhlosion kind of can do that already. Do they learn Rollout by level up? Am I thinking of something else? I feel like they kind of maybe they do. I don't remember. But I know they definitely learn through TM at least. Gen 2 has lots of weird TMs like that. I kind of miss when weird moves got TMs, and it wasn't just like every TM is just like flamethrower, fire blast, you know, stuff like that, just strong moves. You still get, I mean, obviously you still get that, but it's always like, even when you don't get attack moves, it's stuff like Taunt's always been a TM. You know, like Taunt's just a really good move in general. So of course it's a TM. Like Gen 2 has a lot of weird TMs. Like the elemental punches are all TMs, which is really cool because that gives a lot of special attackers like better coverage. Like Typhlosion and Ampharos both greatly benefit from Thunder Punch and Fire Punch's TMs, right? It's funny even thinking about that. Ampharos' claim to fame is that it's really good at punching stuff, right? It gets Fire Punch and Dynamic Punch. Ampharos gets Dynamic Punch, but Heracross doesn't. Just think about that for a second. Ampharos doesn't even have hands. It has like little like nubs, and it can learn all these punching moves. Oh my god, she has a Snorlax? Calm down, lady. Maybe I should. This might be a good time for Heracross. Well, I'm thinking I'm gonna go with that. This might actually be a hard fight. Damn, Darcy, calm down. I really wish I had self-destruct on like Electrode now, because that'd be the best way to deal with Snorlax. I think I'll do. I think I'll put Nidoqueen in there, and then I don't know. Probably Aerodactyl. Yeah. Aerodactyl will at least be something consistently decent at walling Snorlax, provided. Because it would. Well, I was gonna say Rock Slide, but that's Gen 1, so it can't have that right now. This might actually be really good. If I get Heracross to low health, I can start reversing stuff. Oh my god, I didn't even realize it has Endure! Holy shit! Dude, this Heracross is actually loaded. Do I Swagger? Nah. Let's just make a Horn. This is actually probably a winning matchup as long as this thing doesn't paralyze me with Body Slam. Like, holy crap, man. Heracross is stupid strong. It always has been. It's not even Body Slam Snorlax. Oh, I guess it... No, Snorlax gets Body Slam by level up. That did 80. I almost wonder if I should try to... Nah, let's keep that in the bag. See what comes out. Aggron's really good, too. It's an 85% move. I say that, and then, of course, I missed. And that's just my luck. Well, now I'm going to Reversal, because that'll probably take it out. If this doesn't take it out, I'm gonna actually be so annoyed. Like, freaking soiled a good situation like this, but yeah. Mega Horn, Reversal, Endure, and Swagger's even not terrible with Endure. With Endure, Swagger could actually be like helpful to get me into low health. Oh god, this is faster, definitely. That actually really blows. I guess I'll just Reversal and hope it doesn't kill me. It has Attract. That's actually fine. I don't mind Attract. I even got the Reversal off. I'm gonna switch. That did pretty good damage. Aerodactyl's 100% faster. Like, Miltank's surprisingly fast for what it is. I always wondered why they went and made it so fast. Maybe because Tauros is fast, but I think Miltank is actually faster than Tauros. Isn't it? Or maybe they're like the same. I always thought it was, if you think about it, it's kind of interesting how like Tauros is like the king of Gen 1 OU. And then like the next generation, Tauros like falls off and Miltank, like basically the female equivalent, takes off. Because it's like tanky and it makes sense, it's the tanky generation, you know. It's kind of, this generation's kind of infamous for this. Just because of like Curse being a TM and, you know, rest talk. All this jazz. Thwack. Wing attack, attack. I wonder if there was any way they could reasonably fix that. Well, I mean, they could fix it by not having it say wing attack, attack. They could just have it say wing attack technique instead. Wow, I was scared of her, but honestly, we matched up surprisingly well with the Pokemon I picked. I don't even think, unless this is Hydro Pump Poliwrath, that he's not even going to take me out. Although I'm not going to 2-hit him either, because Poliwrath's actually got good bulk. Water Gun Poliwrath, wow. Why was I scared? I know this is round 1, but round 1's not supposed to be a cakewalk. I'm in Master Ball. Jeez. I know, because I guess it makes sense. Like, at the end of the day, their Pokemon are randomly generated too, so sometimes they'll get boned as well. Because even though they have, like, weird Cobbits, like, some of them, I mean, I mentioned this, you know, occasionally when we were doing it, but all of them do have, like a move or two, like, they have things that they do, right? Like, there's the Rocker dude who's always, like, got paralyzing moves. But, like, other than that, like, their moves are still totally random. At the very least, it's the same randomness that our Pokemon get generated with. So sometimes, you know, they'll get stuff like that where it's like Water Gun Poliwrath, and it's like, man, I almost feel bad for them. That's Police Officer, Mr. Sunday. Ugh, I hate this guy. This guy is so difficult, but you know what? Aerodactyl's fucking brilliant for this. Because he deals with basically everyone on the team. The only thing that would really be scary would be like, I guess Solar Beam would kind of hurt. Even Nidoqueen's not terrible. I think I'll actually use Electro just because it can swap out. Or it can get rid of their Sunny Day. I don't know if that's even a good idea though. Typhlosion matches up pretty well. Because it walls the fire types and hits the grass types. I don't know. I guess Nidoqueen's probably, like, Nidoqueen isn't afraid of Solar Beam. It's just, you know, it doesn't want to take it, but it's not like terrified of it or anything. So why not? It's kind of funny to think about how Nidoqueen and Nidoking are poison ground types, but they, like, it feels like they. I just realized another Typhlosion. This seems to happen a lot when we play this. Just like a lot of the same Pokemon. But it's funny that Nidoqueen and Nidoking are poison ground types, but it feels like that's like the least kind of moves they aren't. Oh! Because like they don't learn Sludge Bomb, they don't learn Dig. They don't learn Dig in Gen 1 or 2. I feel like it kind of makes sense that they don't learn Dig, because like if you look at like their hands, it's like they're basically just like big like mittens more than like actual like, it doesn't really look like they'd be able to dig, but man, I really just got the ancient power boost. This is gloriously lucky. I'm gonna blast through. It's already like more than halfway through. Jeez! Calm thyself. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. And yet Nidoqueen and Nidoking learn like all the like these cool moves because they're, I think, aren't they Monster Egg group? They're that kind of Pokemon, right? They're the kind of kaiju monster-esque Pokemon, so it would make sense. Anything that looks very monstrously like that tends to be the kind of thing that learns a lot of crazy TMs. Man, look at that damage. Unless this crits, I'm not even afraid. It's funny, because Aerodactyl isn't even particularly good in Gen 2, right? Like you'll pretty much never see it in competitive, because like it's just not very good, because like it doesn't really get too many strong moves, right? Like it doesn't get Rock Slide in Gen 2. It has Wing Attack and Ancient Power, so if it wants a stronger stat move than that, then it has to pick between Hidden Power Flying and Hidden Power Rock. I mean, it does get Earthquake, but like no stab means that it isn't really something it can rely on to get clean up for easy KOs. Oh my goodness. Dude, we just like obliterated that guy. Remind me in the future that if I ever do round 2, which I probably will, make sure to try to get something like that going against his team, because wow, Aerodactyl is like the perfect Pokemon for this guy. You've seen a burglar around here! In a way, maybe it's a good thing Aerodactyl didn't really take off, because if you really like, Rock Flying is a monstrous type combo. Like, there's very little that resists Flying and Rock. And I think, does it get Brave Bird in later gens? I know it gets like Rock Slide and Stone Edge, but I don't remember if it ever got Brave Bird. Nidoqueen actually matches up pretty well here, so I'll lead with Nidoqueen. Ugh, Kingdra. Kingdra's such an annoying Pokemon in Gen 2. You know, Heracross is probably the best Pokemon for that. Like, because Kingdra essentially has no weaknesses, your best bet to take out a Kingdra is to just outpower it. Like, Heracross beats Kingdra one-on-one basically every time because, you know, Mega Horn is just that fucking good. And that is basically your goal, right? Like, there's no way, like, you're not using Dragon Breath on Kingdra. Like, the only things that are really going to get any power out of Dragon Breath don't want to get hit by Ice Beam or, like, hit by Kingdra at all anyways. So I guess other than that, the only thing I'm scared of is Espeon. So I guess I'll Electrode for like Mirror Coat.
Round 6 is about to get underway. Many trainers have fallen by the wayside, leaving just 8 to reach the quarterfinals.
You get to see that sweet, sweet titty animation. Oh no! No, 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 no! This is not good. I did not expect a lead Espeon. Well, I guess I'll just Earthquake and just... Psychic probably doesn't... Oh, it's not even Psychic, it's Psybeam, but that's still gonna hurt. It shouldn't 2-hit me then, if it's Psybeam. Oh god, no. Espeon's really strong, like 1/3, like it's basically like Diet Alakazam. Like, Espeon and Alakazam are really similar to each other in stats. Like, basically Espeon's a little bulkier, but not quite as hard hitting, and they have a bit of a different move pool. Like, obviously Alakazam gets all those elemental punches. And then Espeon gets like weird stuff like Bite, Zap Cannon. He gets Morning Sun over Recover, which Morning Sun in Gen 2 is really cool. Since this is the only, not even in Stadium, like only in the in-game gold, silver, crystal. Do morning sun, moonlight, and synthesis actually work based on time of day? Like, not only did they like only make that work like that in game, like not in the stand, but they even changed that so it's like stadium for future games. So, like, that was a very limited time we had an actual time of day based healing move, which I always thought was interesting. It's funny how I wanted to mirror coat this, but now I'm... Oh, bright powder. See, good thing. I guess bright powder is not even great with mirror coat. Huh? I mean, that's not a big deal, because Thunder's great. Honestly, I almost wonder if, like, Voltorb would be... I almost wonder if I would take a Voltorb over an Electrode if the Voltorb had Self-Destruct versus Swift, just because, like, the move combo of Thunder, Rain Dance, and then Mirror Coat and Self-Destruct is so brilliant. Like, basically, for stuff that tries to, like, accuracy cheese you, or just, like, for smacking a bunch of stuff from Road Strong Thunders, you Rain Dance for Thunder. And then for strong special attackers, like, say, Kingdra, I can set up Mirror Coat, and then when I'm low on health, I blow up. Right? It's like, you Mirror Coat something pretty much for a KO, and then you blow up on them. Like, look at... Mirror Coat and Counter are... I think they're really underrated in Gen 2. Like, I feel like anything that can learn one of the two moves probably should have it somewhere in the move pool if they can fit it. As long as they're not getting rid of anything, like, absolutely necessary for them to thrive. Because, like, being able to just toss out a pocket Mirror Coat on a prediction, even in competitive, it can make, like, a massive difference. Like, that's huge. Given how hard it can be to deal big damage in Gen 2. And even if, like, it's kind of this funny thing, because even if it doesn't work out, the fact, as once you show an opponent that you have that move, they're going to become a lot more wary about actually trying to attack you, using a move that can be hit by that, right? Ooh. Part of me was like, oh god, Aerial Ace, but that's wrong generation, my guy. What if this thing defies all expectations and has Mirror Coat, or has Hidden Power Bug, or Flying? I actually have to Mega Horn you, which kind of sucks, because, like, I didn't expect it to miss just because I already missed once out of like 2 times I used it. And, you know, for a move that has 120 power, 85 accuracy is pretty good. Right? That's Fire Blast levels of good. It's like Fire type's one claim to fame is that Fire Blast is an awesome move compared to the other ones. Like, Thunder's nice with Rain Dance, but without Rain Dance, it tends to be really unreliable. Although I say that, but you actually do see a lot of Thunder in Gen 2 competitive because... both because the extra power does matter over the course of long games, and also because the 30% paralysis is really nice. Dude, this guy is a Snorlax too? Oh, bloody hell. This is the evasion guy too. At least I think. I don't know if he's evasion in Master Cup. He might be something else. He might be like looking at this, he might be like something dumb, like, I don't even know. Maybe he's just like, It's actually hard to say. I mean, he could just be evasion because everything can learn double team. So I mean, really, I don't really have any way to just. I mean, actually, Nidoqueen matches up pretty well against this though. Hits 3 of his Pokemon well with Earthquake, and Snorlax, I could just toss out a Dynamic Punch. I am female too, so I can attract it. But I think I'll do that. For Executor and Starmie, I mean... actually, I guess Heracross is brilliant for that. And then, I guess, just... I think Feraligatr actually matches up pretty well here, too, so that's probably a good backup. Like, Fury Cutter can be useful if you can get some hits off. Fury Cutter, I think, is a really underestimated move, especially because... in later games, they buffed it, like, 40 power. So, like, after 2 Fury Cutters, you're hitting for, like, insane damage if you can get it in on something that, like, wants to switch on you anyways, especially, right? Damn, this kind of sucks, though. This probably isn't Surf for Hydro Pump, but, I mean, it probably is, actually. Oh, no, I might have blown this. Please don't be Psychic Starmie. I don't know. I didn't think about that. If this is Psychic Starmie.
Vicious attack. Super effective.
What item does Heracross have? I think I just lost.
Quick tab on the battle.
It's Quick Claw. Quick Claw's 23% in this game. Let's go. Ah, wouldn't that have been nice?
Psychic blast. Yes, it's a hit. Down it goes.
Damn, I was really hoping this wouldn't be Psychic Starmie. I didn't even think about that until I swapped to Heracross. Well,
Pokemon.
maybe it's for the best that I swapped, because you know what? Let's start Fury Cuttering, and maybe something will come in for some reason that can be Fury Cuttered.
Number of remaining Pokemon is 2 to 3.
Of course, the problem is that Psychic Starmie is just strong, so I might not even be able to take that many hits. Like, it's gonna just barely miss a 3-hit on me as long as it's not lucky. But yeah, that's kind of a problem. This is not a good situation for Fury Cutter, but it's kind of all I got. I have plenty of continues chilling in my pocket though, so it's not a big deal. I mean, that happens. I made a bad prediction. It's high rolling on me now, so I don't think I'm gonna live.
Withstood that easily.
It doesn't even matter, because I'm not gonna KO it with 3 Fury Cutters. That sucks. You need some time to set up Fury Cutter. Damn. Yeah, like that's GG. Starmie is such a wickedly good Pokemon for pretty much since its conception. It's just always been good. It's a Psychic Water type, which are like Water is just a fantastic type, and like Psychic isn't the best secondary typing, but in the context of having a bunch of cool moves to use, I think Starmie appreciates it. It gets Recover. It gets like Thunderbolt, Nice Beam. Crit? Man. Why are you so good, Starmie? Starmie's not even, like it's fast and it hits hard. It's not even frail. Like, all things considered, like, it's just on the cusp of, like, not being a frail Pokemon. Especially because it can get Recover. So, like, that's not something it really worries about. Although I say that, but now I think about it, it can't... well, this is related to earlier, but it can't get the Bolt Beam combo in the Challenge Cup because those are TMs or tutor moves. We're not going to use the continue glitch unless I get down to 1 continue. So I might as well try to pretend I'm doing this legit. Man, that's scary though. I'm going to set up Heracross first now. Yeah, Heracross, Nidoqueen, Feraligatr. We're going to go with the same team. And just assume that if Starmie comes out again, you know, big whoop. I'll Mega Horn you. Ah, damn it. If I remember correctly, I think the Stadium AI does actually cheat in that they know what Pokemon you pick. And they'll pick their Pokemon to kind of do that, to like go against you. But it's weird because even though they know what Pokemon you have, there's like it's still the kind of random to a degree. It like swings their decisions to a degree, but it isn't like every time I pick, you know, Heracross, he's not always gonna pick Houndoom to lead. It's just more likely that he'll pick something good against me. It's like weird. Well, he is the double team guy. Oh lord. Houndoom does have that advantage. It's like it was like the first fire type to get Solar Beam. Like now that I think about it, like what else? Like when did Rapidash get Solar Beam? I don't think it got it in Gen. I'm not sure if anything else got Solar Beam in Gen 2 that was a fire type other than Houndoom. Like I'm trying to think. I don't think anything else got it. I'm not saying it for this though, because Feraligatr will get spooked up by that crap. Houndoom is such a good like stock move pool. Like if you want just all strong hitting moves, you can just go Sunny Day, Solar Beam, either Fire Blast or Flamethrower, and then Crunch. And then of course if you're doing weird stuff, it's got Reversal and Pursuit. Which actually brings up, I think it's really interesting. The game has like move combo, it has move combos it likes to set up. A move combo that's in the game but never gets used because I forget if it's like an oversight or if they just decided not to use it. Is Toxic Pursuit is actually a move combo, which is kind of cool. Because the idea is that they toxic you, and then you want to switch out to get rid of it, and they'll pursue you on the switch. Which is actually really, it's such a smart thing, because that's not something I would have thought of. There you go. You're a persistent little bugger, Houndoom, but now that you're out of the picture, Heracross is definitely a lot less spooky. Or spooky of a switch-in for anything. There's Snorlax, damn. I'm gonna Dynamic Punch, because I kind of want that power. Yeah, there you go. I think it was worth the chance. I almost thought maybe Nidoqueen would live, because Snorlax's attack isn't that high, and it's not stab. And Nidoqueen's got some good bulk. I guess it's the same situation. The best way to beat Snorlax is to outpower it, right? It's like the two best Pokemon for beating Snorlax one-on-one is like Machamp and Heracross. Because they both have like the power to just beat it. Beat through its combo of attack and bulk. Oh! Ah, double team. That sucks. I guess I'll just reversal. I want like full HP reversal has like 1 power, but it's still enough to kill Snorlax at 3 HP. What is this phenomenon? It's called Don't Be a Dickwad, Spam and Double Team. Ooh, right on. So this is one of those situations where it's like, should I swap? I'm just gonna Mega Horn. I'm pretty much guaranteed to hit. And like, even though Rhydon's super bulky, Mega Horn hits pretty hard still, because Heracross is just so strong. This is a little scary though, because once again, right, like 1 double team means now I can just always miss. So if I'm unlucky, I can just lose now. If I'm lucky though, I can just keep hitting him. Now here's the thing, do you think a full HP reversal would kill at this HP? It's like, I think the reality is I don't think it would. It's so weak at full HP. That it's probably worth just keep Mega Horning. I mean, maybe I'll just hit for 3 times in a row through double team, right? Ha ha ha! Suck on those eggs, chump. That's revenge for the first time. Funny how this scientist dude was the one time I lost both times. In Great Cup and Master Ball, he's the only guy who's beaten me. First time was because he was the master of stall. And the second time was because just Starmie's just really good. He didn't bring Starmie the time I beat him, so you know. What does that tell you? Alright, here we go, last battle. It's the Gentleman of Doom. Pokemon are popular in my country. How are they perceived here? Hey, stop stealing my Pokemon. I always thought it was kind of weird. I think I've mentioned this, but I thought it was kind of weird how some of the trainers in this game use their updated Gen 2 like designs, or I don't even know what you'd call it, like their Gen 2 designs. I shouldn't even say updated because like that would imply that because like, you know, Fire Red Leaf Green comes along and it uses the Gen 1 designs for a lot of stuff again anyways. But like a lot of them some of them use it and a lot of them don't though. It's really inconsistent. Like I think this gentleman is this Gen 1 design, right? Because no, the Gen 2 ones have like a top hat, not like a safari hat looking thing. This is a hard decision. Feraligatr matches up pretty well here. Because, like, Surf will beat half of his team, and then Umbreon's tanky, but it's not doing much to me anyways, and then Jinx is kind of scary, but I can slash it for good damage just because Jinx is so physically frail. And then Kangaskhan's the one scary thing, because Kangaskhan is, like, basically diet. It's like, well, I guess in this generation, it's actually like Tauros, but better, basically, for the most part. Because it's fast, bulky, and it has a pretty decent attack. So I guess Feraligatr lead. Heracross is there for the other side, and then what's the last Pokemon I should use? I think Aerodactyl's pretty good. Kind of hits half the team, and like I think it would win a one-on-one against Umbreon and Kangaskhan too. So yeah, I guess that's our final team. It's funny, even though our team ended up being so good, I didn't really use Typhlosion that much, but like, I mean, at the end of the day, that's less because Typhlosion was bad and more just because there wasn't really a lot of things weak to it. Here's here's Kangaskhan. This is like the scariest Pokemon on this team for sure. Like, ultimately, all I can really do, I guess I'm gonna Scary Face because it's faster. And I actually don't think I'll... Damn it! I hope I go through. Ah, bloody hell! What a terrible first start. I want to Scary Face it because I want to get... Especially now that I know it has Dizzy Punch. Because I want to swap in Heracross and be faster. Come on! Really, game? So this is why... It feels like you get... This is... I know this is just like confirmation bias, but it's just funny that it feels like I got stupidly lucky the whole way through, and of course as soon as you get to the final trainer, I get boned by confusion 3 times in a row and literally wipe my first Pokemon to just never getting to do anything. I don't think this is a lost cause though, not even close, because Heracross is just that good. Like, Heracross will basically beat a one-on-one with anything that doesn't have a type advantage against it. Because Heracross is just so stupidly strong. It's funny I say that, but I don't actually think I'll 2-hit this. Would I? I 2-hit Snorlax. Surely I 2-hit a Kangaskhan. I mean, I could also just miss. Oh, just barely. I'm taking a reversal here because that'll probably be enough after another Dizzy Punch. What are the chances this confuses me? Dizzy Punch is only 20% by the way. It's not the 30% Body Slam is. Wow. So look at this. Like, there's no... That's not confirmation bias. I blasted through this whole cup and I'm gonna lose to this guy like 3 times because just stupid luck with Dizzy Punch. And he crit me. I mean, that's not even necessary. That's just insult to injury. This definitely isn't a lost cause, but it's very unlikely at this point. It would have to be his last 2 Pokemon would have to both be weak to Aerodactyl, so it would have to be like Jinx, Flareon. And even then, if I don't get like an Ancient Power boost or something, it still probably wouldn't work out for me. I'm not even going to 2-hit Kangaskhan from here. Like, it has Ice Punch, that's going to do, like, nothing. But that's still, like, come on, man. Cut me some slack. I'm going to Ancient Power again just because I really want that boost. That's, like, my one chance at victory. Ugh! Yes! Okay, we have a chance. Don't freeze me. Because if that freezed me, that would have been like the biggest bullshit in the world. Like, give me a break. I almost want to double team now just to really make it unlikely. But like, I don't know. Thanks for the crit now. See, getting an Ancient Power boost seems lucky, but that's after I just got boned by like 4 coin flips with a confusion in a row. Ah! That really sucks too. It's not gonna have Bolt Beam or anything, but it could have like Surf or the element like Ice or Thunder Punch. and it's still gonna be bulky. Like, I don't two-hit it. Fire Blast? Man. That's your best move? And it missed! Okay, that's pretty lucky. I mean, that's actually a really good sign. Maybe I can win this. Like, if it's sending out a Nidoqueen... If he's sending out a Nidoqueen against me to freaking Fire Blast, what is his last Pokemon gonna be, right? That might be Flareon. And it didn't burn me. Thankfully, the burn chance is only 10% in this game. They nerfed it for some reason. I guess because, to be fair, 85% accuracy means it doesn't really need the 30% burn chance. It's just strong. It's funny because in Gen 1 it's like the opposite, right? Thunder's 10% and Fire Blast is 30%. And then they buffed Thunder and nerfed Fire Blast. Yeah, there you go. That's insane. After all of that, I won because of an Ancient Power. Wait. Don't jinx it. Do not jinx it, mister. This might not kill. And Fire Blast could just crit obliterate me with like a burn. Oh, okay, never mind. Flareon's frail, I know, but I... Whew! I can't... That's so stupid. I basically got shat on. See, I told you, man, Kangaskhan was scary, and then the rest of his team was like, not that big a deal. I was pretty lucky. Woof! So yeah, we had a baller team though. Like Aerodactyl was great. Nidoqueen was like pretty, like it was probably the weakest, and even then, you know, Heracross is a god. Typhlosion was good, although it didn't get used much just because of like not a lot to use it on. Electrode's awesome. And what was the last one? Yeah, Feraligatr was good too. Just a really solid team, actually. This is why I feel like, this is why people tend to say Master Ball Cup is easier. Just because, like, Ultra Cup, you still tend to get some weird, you'll tend to get, like, weird Pokemon that are not very good. But Master Ball, most of the things can be pretty good. As long as they get good moves. Woof. That felt too quick. I almost want to do something else. How long has it actually been? It's been like half an hour, 40 minutes. You know, screw it. We'll do Little Cup. I'll even make a team like right here. Let's make a team for Little Cup. I forget what this, well, I know Avra's awesome because look at that. Psychic Thief, and then you give it a berry. That's great. What was the next one? There's a couple Pokemon here that are like generally like very good. I always forget which ones they are though. I think Ghastly's alright. Doduo's good just because Tri-Attack's pretty strong and it's fast. Elekid gets Thunder Punch, Quick Attack, and Light Screen, which aren't bad. These aren't bad moves either. Like, Thief's great in Little Cup just because you tend to be stealing berries from most things anyways. Now, let's just look at everything one by one, just so I remember. Sleep Powder is alright. It's funny how they have, like, Caterpie and Weedle in here just because, like, you might as well. Just for funsies, you never know. It might be funny to use them. Flamethrower Sunny Day is not bad. Don't bother with the babies because even the, well, at least like don't bother with the Cleffa Pichu style berries because their stats are too low. Well, it's funny. Some Pokemon you'd think would be good aren't that great. Like Drowsy's got high stats, but because of the way stats are generated in these things, they tend to not be like you can see like it's only good stats special defense, right? Like, well, I shouldn't say it. Like base 10 is still good. It's just, you know, I'm comparing it to Abra, who's like a god in Little Cup. Abra's basically like a must-have for every team, every rental team. Because like Abra's stats are stupid. It's like 105 special attack, 90 speed for like on a stage 1 Pokemon. Like Houndour is actually good just because in Little Cup nothing resists Fire Ground or Fire Dark. Like the only thing that resists Crunch and Ember are other Houndour. So like that's pretty good. Horsey's great because Hydro Pump. So actually yeah, that seems good. Well, at least for now, I'll put that in there. What would be the things? I guess you'd be most likely to hit. But the thing is, if like Horsey gets hit by an electric move, it'd probably just die. Hopip's not bad, I guess. But you can see like the babies are really weak. Like look at all their stats are like single digits. They only have 10 special attack. And like Sing Dream Eater is not something you want to rely on for this. Sludge Bomb's not terrible for coughing. Crab Hammer is actually not bad either, just because like even though its special attack is so low, like Crab Hammer is still like that 25% crit chance isn't terrible. But I think I'll go with Horsey because its special attack is pretty good. And like, what would I be matching it up against? Like fire types? I guess I'll put an Ice Berry on it. You know, I always loved that like in Gen 2, Ice and Burnt Berries are like opposite as how they're treated in future games, right? Like fire types carry Burnt Berries which cure freezing, and then ice types carry Ice Berries which cure burns. Which is like really cool that they could do that. And then when they changed the name of the items in Gen 3 to like Rost and Asper Berry, they kind of lost that appeal because now fire types carry the burn curing item, and it's like, well, that's not very useful for a fire type to have, which is kind of a shame. Oh, Phanpy is great because it has Earthquake. Actually, Phanpy is probably going up against fire types too, and I feel like it would want the burn cure berry more, so I'm gonna get rid of Horsey and put the burn berry on you. And we'll go back for Horsey if I don't see anything. Porygon's great just because Return's strong. I forget, actually, I don't remember. Is it max power in this? Actually, might not be. Ponyta's good just because Ponyta has really high stats for an unevolved Pokemon. See, all of its stats are pretty good. I mean, it has Fire Blast, although its special attack isn't that great, so it's not as good as you'd expect it to be. Scyther has really high stats because obviously it's a fully evolved Pokemon technically, but to balance out, they give it a crappy move pool. Yeah, I remember Spearow being good because it has Drill Peck. So we'll put, I guess a Paralysis Cure Berry seems useful. I'm just making this up on the fly. Totodile Surf, that's not bad. Hell, Togepi has Double Edge. I always thought it was kind of interesting. Little Cup is basically the only place where Pokemon are given different movesets. Like, Voltorb has, you know, the Rain Dance, Thunder, Self-Destruct, Mirror Code combo in every cup except Little Cup. Because obviously in all the other cups, they make it the unevolved stuff have good move pools to compensate for their lower stats. But here it's like, that would be a god tier move pool, so... Thunder Punch is pretty good, and Elekid's fast. Like, the Elekid, Magby, Smoochum babies, unlike the other stuff like Cleffa and stuff, they actually have pretty good stats for babies. So, there's not really much in the way of a good bear I can put in you. I guess, like, if I'm putting you up against something, it'd be like a flying type, like a water type, and they might have something for, I guess I'll give you the freeze one. Grimer's actually got pretty good stats too. Like, its stats aren't super high, but it has high HP, which kind of makes it pretty bulky. Yeah, we'll go with Horsey because Hydro Pump's really strong. Mint Berry, sure. I kind of almost want Houndour because of Crunch. I think it's a good idea to have something that's like a strong fire move because I think like the final trainer is a Pokefan with a Scyther, if I remember correctly. And that Scyther's scary. Actually, he might have Onyx. Maybe he only has the Scyther in round 2? I think I remember his team in round 2 is basically just all the cheesy stuff. Like, it's like Onyx, Chansey, Scyther, all stuff that was considered fully evolved at some point, so they just have good stats. I don't think anything's gonna outspeed a Scyther, so there's no point in like trying to do something like Fire Blast Ponyta to try to outspeed it. Like it's best to go for something that's bulky. Oh wait, Mankey's good because that's Cross Chop. And you know what? Confusion seems like a good thing for it. Registration complete. Should I just go in? You know what? Nah, we'll end it here. And if I want to do another one, I'll just do it later. We made the team on in front of everyone, so it's like now you know for next time. So yeah, see you guys later.